Welcome everyone to Northern Thompson River in Kamloops, Secwepemc Nation in British Columbia, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and in this video I want to introduce the Ukrainians in Canada course, which is a self-paced course you can take at any time when you want to learn more about Ukrainians in Canada. And you will be able to find all of the materials online, accessible at any place. And my hope is that you will take the time, and whenever you are, you connect to the land. You connect to the land, to the people who live on the land where you are, whether you are in Ukraine and in Canada, how it connects to indigenous people. Because whenever we look on a history, if every place there is history of people who live here and here and here, we connect through the land in one place or another. And indigenous people who lived on a land for generation. Ukrainians in Canada moved from Ukraine, or what we call now Ukraine at the time when the move of 130 years ago, it can be called differently, and come to Canada for different reasons. What we will learn in this class, that those reasons were very different, but for many time those reasons were critical for survival of the people, and making sure that future generations were able to have a life where dignity and worth is respected. So when we think about Ukrainians in Canada, we will look on 130 years when we have official documents, and the course is based on different literature. It was extensively revised in 2020, and we offered a community learning opportunity for anybody to take this course with weekly guidance on Saturdays. So when you will take this course, you can do it on your own time, and that's why it's important that you will engage with every learning activity. We have more than 200 of them, with your way of reflecting and reflexing of how it connects to who you are, how you identify, what Ukrainian mean to you. And that's a fundamental value of self-determination, of how you connect to Ukrainians in Canada in this course. And what you can learn from this course, it will be yours. It's your learning. You're welcome to share any feedback which you have. You will have my contact information on the website krasun.ca, and any ideas for the future courses and ways how to improve, I always encourage. So what you will find online is PowerPoint slides in PDF format, and each slide set will have similar structure, which is based on a pedagogy of high flex learning, which means you can learn in class, you can learn online, you can learn asynchronously and synchronously. So right now, when you are doing this course on your own time asynchronously, you will have yourself as a primary person. You can connect it with anybody else, and you can do it in dialogue. You can read materials and share with each other, or wait when the course is offered again somewhere. Or we'll do another version of community learning where you can come and share together, and I can guide you through this process. So when you open Unit 0, you will notice that it's more about how the course is designed. Like I use a lot of pedagogy in building this course, from learning objective, from making sure that we do have a safe and brave learning environment, that you know where supports are, and you connect to the land and you acknowledge the land where you are. So all of those slides will be at every lecture, and we will connect in the course to different places in Canada and in Ukraine, where people were coming from and coming to, and how those relationships with indigenous people in Canada evolved over time, and what happens when we see the changes in social, economic, social, cultural in both countries, and how people migrate, how people move from one place to another, and what some of the push and pull factors. So I want you to look on Unit 0 and try to see how the course can fit you, because it's an independent learning course, so you will need to do your material learning on your own at the time when it's appropriate for you. When you will engage in the material, I will encourage you to read every resource I've shared. It's based on people who shared them with me and what I found online for making this course possible. So try to think about the author, of who wrote each article when you reflect, and how this article extends your knowledge on Ukrainian Canadian population needs, expectations, aspirations, hopes, realities, challenges, oppression, discrimination, and how all of this resonates with who you are and what it means for you. So take the time when you read every article, and every learning activity will have a collection of different sources. You can find them online or through the library in your university. Whatever is close to you, you can go to a librarian and find some resources. If they're not accessible at this time online, you can send the reference and connect. And you can read. And once you read, take the time to reflect. Write something, what is the most important, highlight what you've learned. Make sure you share that learning with somebody else. You can use social media, you can use any way where you learn with someone else in your community. You can create your own learning community and do this journey together, where you can have weekly meetings with somebody whom you know and just highlight some of the learning from each unit. So when you go unit by unit, when you get to unit 12, you will see how your knowledge increased. You will see your understanding expanded on what's happening in the community, how Ukrainians in Canada were adapting to new realities, how they were connecting to the land in Ukraine, and how they were connecting to the land in Canada. What's happened in their life, what they were transmissioning, translating, bringing. What topics you notice are not still discussed, what is silent, what stories we haven't heard. I've included many personal stories because I do believe each person has a story, and we do have 1.3 million in Canada who identify Ukrainians Canadian. So what is your story? Maybe you will write your own memoir, maybe you will create your own activity. Share, build your knowledge, connect with others. We will try to build this resource. We'll try to make sure we learn from each other, and we'll see what we can do for the future of Ukrainian Canadian diaspora community. Reach out, enjoy learning, keep well, and take time to think about what's Ukrainian mean to you, and what's Ukrainian Canadian mean to you. Think about, reflect, write, share. Keep me posted on how is your learning going, and hopefully one day, if you are ever in Kamloops, British Columbia, come and we can always have a discussion on your learning and what's happening, or we'll see you online in one of the community learning courses. Have a good day, and we'll keep learning.